What's up, people? It's your boy Airsoft Special Ops, and you're back. We got one last bad boy for you. We got the G&G CM16 2.0 RAIDER, which is my primary, and it's my first loadout primary as well. So yeah, it's my go-to. I'm not gonna lie, especially if I'm taking a game serious. I'm drawing for this. But yeah, let's get into it. I've spoken a lot about this in recent videos, so anything you want to know, go and watch the videos. The videos will tell you everything you need to know. So let's get this battery all sorted, so we're good to go. What else? So obviously we've done the HO2 video, so you guys check that, because this is basically a duplicate to that video, just with a different gun. So yeah, okay, we have liftoff. Let's get that back onto safe. Get my wires out of the way. If anybody knows any wire hacks, because I'd love my wires to be somewhere else, like say my battery was, I don't know, on the side of my burner, or so, like just somewhere else. Like, don't get me wrong, the stock is a good place, but it's just a bit fiddly because there's limited room in there. But if somebody wants to recommend a new stock for me that has a bit more space but still looks like this, because I've got the stock that's on the HO2, which allows me to hold more batteries, but the problem I find with that one is it's just ugly. I don't like how it looks, as well as it's just mad lightweight. This balances the weight of my gun, so it's a nice weight overall. I feel like the other one is so plasticky, basically. So yeah, man, let's get into it. So we're gonna start with the single shot, 20 rounds, and then we're going to auto. Oh, lovely. I made some adjustments to my aim down sight, scope sight. Immaculate. But yeah, so let's get into it. I just love this gun. I don't know what it is, like every time I've got it in my hands, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm a loser, people. Yes, I'm a loser. But for me, like I said, when I came into Airsoft, I knew what I was looking for. So to find something that works for me, yeah, it's similar to what I'm saying about the VPX. Like, they're just perfect. They're exactly what I was looking for. This and the VPX, bro. Do you think you can touch me on that field? Especially if I'm allowed to use auto on that field. Oh my gosh. I'm saying the aim is just so precise as well.
Can't school me about the hustle, cause grind. In the film ammunition, God brought me back and I shine. Record holder off the 100 meters in school, still on the track, the only difference these days I just ran. Of course I know about pain, how it's in pain. That talk about strain, plus it built up my brain.
On that 5 or 6 shots. One thing I will say, especially with AEGs, is you want to hold your hand firm and steady, because a lot of people talk about flyaways, especially with handguns, and I now get it. It's like, you have to remember that it's like a real gun. Like, any slight movement, maybe an inch to you in your target, is like a meter. So you have to really be steady-handed, especially when you're aiming down sight, because I noticed the ones where my hand is steady and firm, it's hitting exactly where I'm pointing. The ones where I've deviated slightly, it's hitting exactly where I've deviated. So I will say that they are very precise. Would you see? Because my hand deviated. That's why that happened. I think we're on like 12 shots now. Same thing, deviation. My hand moved up slightly. So interesting. I'm gonna have to turn my hop up slightly down, you know. Yeah, it's because it's pushing it back. I'm thinking, why is the target going down? But it's because it's pushing the target back. We're at 20 shots already, but I kind of want to keep shooting, guys. I just like how this gun feels. Don't get me wrong, the HO2 feels nice on single, but I feel like the HO2 shines. It really does shine in auto. This, I feel like even on single, even on, I just like the burner, bro. It's a nice weight. It has all the attachments. I've been able to build it up how I wanted to originally. Plus it just does what it says on the tin. Plus it's just pretty. Like, it's just pretty. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple more.
I'm floating it, soaking. I live the way I dream, the way I rap is just a token of my gratitude. This my mood, slowly rude. Plating up a verse.
So I managed to actually hit it down. Love that. Alright, let's go into auto. Do you know what, for that one I should have it more closer to me. I just think it's a good burner. Whoever put this one together, yeah, they were thinking about a user like me, because I can't see myself getting rid of this. You see, there's upgrades that I do want to buy. Like, I so would love a GHK5 G5, but I still wouldn't sell this, which is very interesting, because a GHK5 would be like the big, would be the upgrade from here. I should in theory get rid of this, but I would keep it. I would genuinely keep it. It's so precise. I just feel like it does what it says on the tin, and I feel like this is something I could go into a game and be confident that I will apply pressure to the people out there. Confident. Don't get me wrong, the HO2 is similar, but I feel like the thing with the HO2 is, like, unless it's a field where you can use auto, you're always panicky a little bit, because somebody may have something like a sniper. Whereas with the HO2, like I said, if I'm allowed to use auto, so places like AP, ASSO Plantation, then yeah, like I probably will bring out my HO2, because bro, I could just lay in a bush somewhere and anytime anybody runs past, do you get what I'm saying? Whereas with this, I just feel like this gives me the maneuverability that I want to move and keep going and cut through and test. It just has that feel and reliability as well, especially on a full battery. So I think what I will have to do as well when I take this out, I may have to buy two, maybe not two, maybe one more backup battery, because then I've got 3 batteries just in case I take out 2 ASGs. Do you get what I'm saying? Because what you don't want to happen is you end up using both ASGs, so you end up burning a battery each but not having a backup. You want a backup, because one thing I will say is once the gearbox wears down your battery, you can hear it in your gearbox. So that's one thing I'm starting to realize and learn about these type guns. Like, listen to your gearbox, because your gearbox will let you know when you need a battery change. So it might be wise. Like, I have this little pouch on my chest plate, literally next to my mags. I think that's what that's gonna be for. It's gonna be for my backup battery. I just can't do no front diving, because if I do any front diving, I might land on it and blow up a battery on myself. So, but yeah, let's go for auto. One thing I would say, G&G, if you're going to do a 3.0, CM16 3.0, please put a selector on the other side. I'd love the ability to select from that side and select from this side. I just think it's a cool function, because then I can use my thumb on that side and then use my finger on this side. So that's one thing I would say. You see, just like how I've got the mag release and then I've got a mag release on that side, it would just be so nice to be able to flick around where there's nothing here. It's kind of like your finger gets excited. But it's still good, because you have the option on your thumb to just, yeah, I'm saying, and it's quite a forward motion. So I can't complain about it. When we apart, it's session time, paint these words like Mozart, yeah. So that was that. I don't even know what else to say. I just really like this gun. So if you guys are listening, G&G, I'm your next sponsor. I'm your next sponsor. Send me 2 or 3. If you got better things than this, because I believe when I was talking to somebody, they were like, oh, but that's only the beginner gun. And I'm like, what? What? Then what's better than this, bro? But if I'm to be honest, I just haven't had enough time to look through their booklet properly. And the thing for me is, what I wouldn't want to do is damage my image of them in my head already. So I think when looking for the big brother to this, I'll just take my time, because one thing I will say is I've seen some pistols I'd want from them. Like there's this high capper looking thing, oh my gosh, and it's in like, it's gold and like mint green. Bruv. Do you know what? I was looking for a upgrade pistol for my HO2. I think that might be the pistol for it, you know. The only thing is it's bright lime green, so like mint green. So that's the only thing I would say color wise, but I don't mind it. It's a sidearm, so yeah, man. But yeah, what have I got to say? Like G&G, you've done well. Like you heard, the auto it's just beautiful, and if I'm correct, I know the HO2 done damage to the last target, but bruv, I'm looking at it from over here and that thing looks a mess. So yeah, man, I'm pleased with this. I don't want to keep waffling, but guys, it probably is my best investment airsoft gun wise so far. I'm not even capping. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the VPX just because it's a pistol, but pistols have their problem, especially gas pistols like we've seen, whereas I feel like with AEGs all I need is a battery and BBs and I'm good to go. Do you kind of get what I'm trying to say? Which for me is quite cool, because don't get me wrong, a battery could run out and then you might need another battery or need to charge it, but with gas, bro, it hurts your pockets. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you keep on having, and you have to buy a full tank worth of gas. You can't, there's no point buying a little tiny one, because by the time you filled your mag 3-4 times, that's finished. So you're not buying a big one, and it does last. I will say that, because even the gas that I've been using recently, so the ones you've seen in recent videos, it's the same gas. So I haven't bought gas.
I could hear the smile in your face when you said that voice.
That's actually a good point, you know. I haven't bought gas in maybe a month and a half, and I've easily gone to about 4 to 6 games. 2 of them was work days, so keep in mind I wasn't blazing off my gun the whole day, but the other 4 games were games I was actually playing. And if you notice, I've been able to go, like, it's the same green gas and red gas you're seeing from those games, so they go the distance. They surely do go the distance. And obviously I do home testing. Like every video you're seeing on the channel, it's the same gas I use. So now I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of like, maybe I'm over exaggerating, you know, about how bad it is to have a gas gun, because to think that I've only used probably 2 red gases, 2 green gases in a whole month and a half, and they're still not finished, they're still going, so that's not too bad. And I'm an active player, like I test my burners at home, I go out and test them, I play games, and I also work on the airsoft site, so at times I'll bring my gun to work with me, just because I might want to shoot a quick YouTube video, or I might just want to test if my new upgrade worked or something like that. So one thing I will say is, like, maybe it's roughly about the same, because batteries do last, but halfway through the day you are going to notice your gearbox is sounding sluggish, and it's because of that battery. So maybe it's the same thing. And maybe what I do need to do is get a gas rifle, because I don't actually have a gas rifle, I've got pistols. Maybe rifles will eat the gas a bit different compared to how a pistol goes. So that's another thing I will have to look into over time. I don't want to buy a cheap one. I want to, like I said, the GHK G5 upwards. Like, that's the kind of level I want to go, like £300-400, just so that I know that I'm testing something, and then the feedback I give is an accurate feedback. I'm going to tell you guys from now, I ain't buying no £2 gun or no £1.5 gun. I've seen these guns, they look exactly the same. I feel like some of these cheaper guns be making those guns look dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people have jam issues with them. I've seen them fall on the floor and break in 2. I've seen people on the field angry. Like, there was a game, it's actually on the channel still, I hope you guys have seen it, where I was at AP, and the game had finished and we were walking through like the little bit before you get back to the lobby where all our stuff is, and like I bucked into a guy and he's angry, bro. You can hear him just venting under his breath. So I must have spun to him, and like I'm a cool guy, and I must have said to him, like, "You're right there, mate, what's up?" And he was like, "Oh, I just paid fucking £2 for this gun, or £1.5 for this gun, and it fucking is broken again." And it just had me laughing. Like, I have my little H2O in my hand, from Spectre Arms, and I was sitting there feeling like, oh, I don't have the best gun on the field, when look at what the best guns on the field are going through. So my Spectre Arm worked the whole day. It actually worked. If that game was actually a really good game, that was the first game I actually started getting into airsoft, because up until that point I just wasn't confident enough. But if you notice, from I've had that split in the arms, if you look at the gameplay, I'm very much like, alright, let's press, let's charge over there, I've got one in the bush. Like, I'm very commanding now on the field, whereas in the beginning when I had like my gas rifle, the Raven inside the kit, don't get me wrong, I was confident, but I couldn't hit somebody if they were 500 meters away. So I would be the guy who, I'm still close to one of my team members, trying to just hit the close kind of guys. So that's something to also keep in mind. But I feel like I'm waffling now, so I'm just gonna say to you guys, until we next meet, that was the G&G CM16 2.0 radar shoot testing. Boom. CM16, let me just give you some light. This was the 20 rounder. Oh boy. And then this was also the 20 rounder. It's a mess, right? It's actually sick. Like, that's why I said the burner's wavy. Then this was full auto. Mad thing. And then look at this. Full auto. You don't get better than that, guys, especially for that price range. Because I know a lot of people will say to me, oh, buy the Wolverine, or buy the GHK, or buy the Novarich, or bro, search for yourself. Because if I just listened, I wouldn't know what I know now, and I'm happy with my purchase. Like, that's one thing I will say. Look at this, bro. How do you feel like, how do you think a player on the field is gonna feel when this is happening to him? I'm just glad that I'm not the one that's on the other side of this CM16, boy. Because boy, that's crazy. But yeah, man, until we next meet, people, I think it's probably gonna be a little while before you guys get any more videos off from here. But I have just dropped easily about 30 to 50 videos, so that should be more than enough to hold you guys for a little bit. Yeah, peace, people, until we next meet.